Marceau, because out of being activist and all this, I'm also fashion designer. So my brand is Viany De Marceau, and I've been in Lebanon since 2018, and I'm from Cameroon, as you know. I don't know, and the situation here always goes gradually difficult. And as I struggle a lot in this country, and when I try to go out of the situation that I was in it, I found a little way to try to identify the process of going out of the situation. So I decide that I will be using it to help other people by sharing my experience and by also bringing awareness about it. And I will mention that it's really my first time to be interviewed by a Cameroon journalist. I'm
yeah.
so I'm so really grateful for it, and hope that it will open the door to other journalists also, especially African and Cameroonian,
Yes.
to look in our story and what we are going through. Because I believe that the solution will not come from Lebanese.
Mm-hmm.
It will come from outside, especially in our home country, because we are the one living it, and we are the one who can stop it.
Yeah.
Because Lebanon is not like Saudi Arabia. Why? Because you will not see a lot of Saudi Arabian people in Cameroon, especially, or in Ivory Coast. But Lebanese, you will find them in all our country, in Deido, Aqua, all this, even in my village. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think things can be done in our side if we really try to do something African with African by African.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And myself, I consider myself a Pan-African. I'm very passionate about, you know, bringing African people together, to address our situation wherever we are in the world. And, one of the things that I'm also involved in is, I'm sure as you are aware about the situation in Cameroon with the crisis and things like that. So, I have, family in Cameroon that has also been affected by the crisis. And, so we're doing some things as well in Cameroon to address that situation. So one of the questions I want to ask is just, with you being born in Cameroon, tell us a little bit about, you coming from Cameroon and what was your upbringing like being raised in Cameroon, and then, how you also ended up in Lebanon from Cameroon. What are the situations that caused that transition?
So I I'm born in Cameroon in the west region of Cameroon. So I grew up with my mom for just a few years,
Mm-hmm.
and I spent my growing in different region of Cameroon, like west and littoral, little bit in the center of Cameroon. And I make my studies in Manjo. And when I was like 8 year or 9 like this, my mom passed away. So this was not too much the beginning of my struggle. I start to struggle when I move from Manjo, and I go to another village, really the West village,
Mm-hmm.
when not having too much the people that I was close to, the friend that I was having, and all this. So my life started to change, and I finished my, the primary in Manjo, and I went to the other region to do the lycée.
Mm-hmm.
So when I moved there, I finished my studies there, but it wasn't easy at all. It's a part of my life that I usually don't go too deep in because every little day was challenging.
Yeah.
At the end, I finally got my certificate because I was doing industrie de l'habillement, fashion design sewing at school. I finished that and I went to Douala because my study finished in the village. I have to go to the city to go to university and all this. So as a normal process, I start the university of also sewing, but it was too expensive and I was not having too much the support of my dad because my mom passed away. So I was like 16 and having to decide for this and that, but it was not too easy. I went to the training classes, like to be able to do proper sewing, to be able to make use of the study I make at school. At school it's usually theoretical things, but
Yeah.
in the practical part, you are more in deep in the practice and using the skill you learn. But after that, I even do the study to be teacher. Like I'm now in my passport, the one I was having. Yani. I'm a teacher in the like a profession.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, there is one girl like this, one friend of mine. We make this the in yet the school we go to be teacher in Yaoundé. She got her sister who were in Lebanon, something like this, and finally mentioned me in the topic. So I was not around. They just called me and told me, as you are not able to pay your school because I finished in Yaoundé with the certificate of big teacher, a lot of this is the year I keep too much in my mind, like during my study in that year is that year at in Yaoundé. It was the hardest ever.
Mm-hmm.
But like as I was saying, my friend she told me about coming to Lebanon to work because her small sister was already in Lebanon. I don't know where is Lebanon. I was at the University of Douala doing my I started the BTS. Um, the first thing I told them is I will not come in Lebanon
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know where is Lebanon. I don't know which language they are speaking. I don't know nothing about. The only thing that I check online is what is the money they are using is dollar. And I
Mm-hmm.
check the language. They say it's French and English. I say okay, I can manage. They told me you're gonna go there and you will work for 6 months. I told them no. But the things that make me to come is they say as you love too much to go to school and all this,
Mm-hmm.
you will go there and after 6 months they will use your salary to pay your process to travel to France or to Italy to continue your study of fashion designer. When I hear it, I directly say yes. I will. I will do it. I will travel.
Yeah.
So it's based on that promise of working for 6 months and
Mm-hmm.
using my salary to travel that I agree. I will come to Lebanon. And of course, it never be what they say.
Mm-hmm.
They told me I will work in one house of 3 people. I find myself in the house of 7, 9, 14. And like this, the struggle start. Every day, different challenge. Every day, new things, yani. So this is how I end up in Lebanon. with the advice of one friend of mine, and with the support of the family, because they said you are not able to pay for your studies. How will you do? There you will be having little money. So
Mm.
yeah,
Like if you had better opportunities in Cameroon, would you still have to leave and go to Lebanon?
definitely no, 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 no. Lebanon, I even don't wish it even to my enemies, because usually when I see it on social media, on in my TikTok account, in the videos, people will be asking me like, if you are not feeling well in Lebanon, why are you not traveling back? Or what are you doing there? Why you are not going back to your country? And some people will be saying, you are in Lebanon, you are not talking good about Lebanon, you have your sewing place in Lebanon, and you have all these things you are doing there. But they don't see all the process you go through before you reach on the level that they are talking. They don't see all the struggle you struggle. They don't see all the abuse you face, all the violence you will go through. If to be achieving something, if to reach on certain level of life, you have to face sexual violence, physical violence. People will be spitting on your face, talking to you as you are no one. No, no one deserves it. Like, it's better even to some, me, I feel like to go through all what you go in Lebanon, to be, to have something. Me, I prefer to die than to live all this.
Wow.
Prefer to die, like, because to rape woman is to kill that woman.
Mm.
How will someone living with this kind of shame every day? And when you talk about, people will tell you like, what are you doing there? They
Mm.
have taken me everything. They have made me see every worst thing that can happen to someone.
Yeah.
That's why I decide then to keep quiet and let them feel like they, or I will be crying here. Let them think that I will be just looking and making people feel pity about me. I will use it. I will do something with it. That's why usually my sewing, my video, what I said, I personally put myself in it. I put my story in what I do, because I don't want to be what they want me to be. I don't want to be like the person that will be crying every time. I have cried a lot, and I really decide that it's enough for me to be crying. If it was, if I was having the opportunity, even just to cover my studies in Cameroon, I would have never accept to come in Lebanon. Because
Yeah.
when I reached at the airport, as I was saying, they took my passport. And since the day they took my passport at the airport, since the day, I never have it again.
Wow. Wow. So yeah.
I try, I fight, I get back my passport for a few months. At the end, I will need to renew my document. I give it to someone again, to a Lebanese, because you cannot renew your document in this country without another Lebanese man to be involved in it. He took it. bring it to the general security where they fix the document. There also they take it again. And here is normal. It's normal to no black, no African to be legal, to be having their document with them. It's normal. It's something that it need to happen. It will be difficult and impossible, like it relevant of miracle, if you see one Cameroonian girl here in Lebanon with her passport in her hand. But all of us, we come in Lebanon through the airport of Beirut. You will never cross the airport without your passport. But no one ever travel back with her passport. And they don't feel, it's like it's normal. No one asks question about. When you go back, you always have a paper, one paper like this. It's laissez-passer, it's something, laissez-passer. But you come in with a document, passport. Because for us, these kind of things happening to African, to black, it's normal. And no one speak about. Even when you go to journalists and you talk about this topic that it really means a lot to you, they take it like this. For them, like, what are you doing? You black, you African with passport. What is even that passport? Yeah, it doesn't have no power, nothing. But it's my passport. It's for me. It's for my country. It wrote in it that no one has to take it. Even the police will confiscate your passport in this country. But when they come in our country, they feel free. They are free. They will come in Cameroon. They will have their babies, have their family, doing business, having land. You will never see, never ever see African in Lebanon owning apartment. Even the apartment, the day they decide they can throw you out, you will never buy any land. But there are a lot in our country having whatever they want. They decide the day they want, they put you in prison for no reason. They have the ultimate reason, that is you are non-legal, you don't have document. But who keep your document? It's them. But no one will talk about, yani, no one cares. No one, you are no one. What is happening in Lebanon, I don't know how I can call it. Sometimes I ask myself, am I the only one to see it, or is people seeing it and closing their eyes?
Yeah.
Because it's unbelievable, but we live it every day. Every day. It's just 4 days ago. I did a video that I put on my Instagram. One Cameroon girl, she wanted to renew her document. She gave the passport to the man. The man took it, bring it to the police, eat the money of the girl. And when she go to ask to the man to give her or her passport back or the document fixed, he bring her to the police. And at the police, he say, I don't know her. She never walked in my house.
Wow.
With that, she's now in jail. She's in prison now. Now the girl is in prison. As we are talking, she is in prison. The man is free. He is in Lebanon. He is free. And also, he is the same man who took my passport and gave to the police. By coincidence, I noticed that it's the same. And he's having the phone of the girl because he let the girl go in prison, took the phone of the girl. When you send a message, he will receive. When you call, he will pick. This is how the life is. This is how African, us, we are treated in Lebanon. This is how.
So do they tell you, is there any reason that they explain why they are taking African women's passport? Do they give any reason, or they just take it as soon as you get to the country?
Usually, when you ask, and even when you check the law of Lebanon, there is nowhere in the law, no any place in the contract that is written that they have to confiscate your passport.
Mm.
They also say that even when you speak to the lawyer, to judge sometime, they say that you did there is nowhere that you have the right to confiscate your passport. But I don't understand how the coincidence can be 100% working. All Cameroonian, all African, all, their passport will be confiscated. All.
Mm.
Like now, I'm doing the registration of Cameroonian, like today. I'm even doing it. Someone will contact you. I want to renew my passport. I told her, okay, send me the picture of the previous one, just to me to know that, to be sure that you are Cameroonian. It's the registration. It's not that we will renew, because it's been 15 years, 20 years. We never renew passport of Cameroonian and Lebanon.
Mm.
Most of us, we are stuck in this country. We are getting crazy because we don't have no document, no one to renew our passport, no consulate doing this work, like nothing. This is just what I was saying is I'm receiving sometime passport of people that they make it at the end of 2024,
Mm.
like in December. They traveled just recently and they are feeling bad. They want to travel back in Cameroon. But imagine that the passport that is made in 2024 recently is already confiscated and she already want to renew. That means Cameroon is giving document to people, and Lebanese directly are confiscating 1 month ago, 2 months ago, that the passport is made, that is belonging to you, and no one is talking about it.
Mm.
It's like we are making document for us to be the property of someone. Why? Why? I'm saying that it's December. I think the passport of Cameroon have 5 year or 10 year of validity. I think
Mm-hmm.
something like this.
Yeah.
She didn't even use her passport for 2 months, 3 months. It's already confiscated, and they will never give you back again. Never. So this is like the solidarity among Lebanese to confiscate our passport. Why? To take our freedom. This is the first reason. Because when they take your passport, it's your freedom,
Mm-hmm.
it's your identity, it's your country, it's your right to speak. Because when they take it, you cannot go out of the country. You cannot travel back anymore. To go back, to go out of this country is 10%, is 1,000% difficult than to come in. To travel back in your country, like you are Cameroonian, you are in Lebanon, you want to go back in Cameroon, you don't have your passport. The process to go back will be minimum 6 months.
Wow.
But to come in is 2 weeks. Two
Wow.
weeks, they make you come in. So the politic is to make you work, because we're taking your passport.
Mm.
Every time they use us as whatever, we will be facing rape, violence, confiscation of our passport, no freedom. We will work. I personally, I know what is to work at 6 until 2 p.m., 2 a.m., 6 a.m. until 2 a.m. In the house, I don't have chair to sit on it. I will work all this without sitting down. in Lebanon. After that, the salary they will not give you. They will give you the rest of the food. The one who stay 2 weeks in the fridge. You have nothing to say. You already move out of your country. You are here. You cannot go back without salary. You know, when we move out of Cameroon, we come here. We are expecting better future for our family. You will not say to your mom that, Mom, I will not come back because I don't have money. The mom will say, yes, come back. But you're proud. Your happiness is to see your mom happy, to build house. You will work in Lebanon for 10, 20 years. You will not be able to buy land in Cameroon because the politics is like this. As they keep your passport, they will pay you low salary. They will confiscate your salary. The process to you to travel back will be long and long and long. So you will be staying and staying and staying again to help Lebanese people to keep their house clean, to take care of their baby, to make their kid go to school properly, to them to continue to travel in Africa, in Cameroon, having better life, come and use you as a slave, and you will be working as a slave, letting your baby in Cameroon. Baby will be coming maybe back in Lebanon to work to Lebanese again. This is the system, how they are doing. And all this by confiscating our passport. No one do say nothing. All African consulate in Lebanon are Lebanese. They are the one deciding on our future, on our everyday. Lebanese deciding for Africa.
Wow.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, this is how we are treated in this country. This is what we go through every day. It's every day that I will receive someone crying. Every little day.
Wow. And so, how long have you been in Lebanon, and do you feel like the Cameroonian government or any other African government is trying to address this situation?
You know, I've been in Lebanon now, I think it's almost 7 years.
Wow.
And I gradually saw a different generation of African in Lebanon. I can see some people coming, some babies that will be born and all this, all. But, sorry, on the part of our government, really nothing. Nothing, totally nothing. The situation changed a little bit during the war, because during the war, African was thrown on the street like every day. Every day, like 20, 25, 100 African will be throwing on the street during the war. And awareness, because in Lebanon now we have different groups of community to raise awareness about what we are going through. During that period, there were some countries, African countries, doing repatriation to make African to go back in the country. Most of the plane was full by Lebanese. Most of the plane that were coming to bring back African was full by Lebanese who have passport. They have our passport. They have our nationality. They travel in our plane that is come to take us. Some African was they don't know that there is the plane of their country to make them travel back. Why? Because when they go, we were locking in the house with no Wi-Fi. Some was at the airport, sleeping at the airport. But if you are at the airport and you are moving through the south, you don't know that you can ask for internet at the airport. You are just focusing on the ticket, the traveling ticket that you have. And what they were doing is African ticket was cancelled during the
Mm.
war. So most of the African was finding their ticket or cancelled or postponed, or the ticket was too expensive. So the plane of your country will be coming and going. You will not be aware of it, but you are in the airport. No one cares. So nothing changed in the views of African. Things was doing just on top.
Mm.
You send the plane amount 2 weeks to make African travel back. You send plane for 2 weeks to travel back to African. And we are undocumented. So to fix the document, you remember I told you it will take like 6 months or 3 months.
Mm.
Even during the war, the process was not make it easy to us to travel. So usually most of the plane will be going with Lebanese because they already have passport and everything. They will be going. And we were staying here. This is how things went. With all what I go through in Lebanon, I really don't want to get involved in government stuff, politics stuff, all these
Mm.
things that I feel on myself. It's just a manage to make us suffer.
Yeah.
And because I'm not understanding, we are more than 2,000 Cameroonians in Lebanon. And on that 2,000, we will be 1,900 that don't have passport.
Mm.
We are we are begging since 15 years to renew our passport. You have the chance to bring delegation in Lebanon. Why don't you join the mission together to us to have our passport? Why? Why are we every time having to cry and beg to have any little thing? That's why I feel like I don't want to be involved in politic aspect and all this, especially concerning Lebanon, because there are
Mm.
some politic aspect that can be more productive than this one. Because this is to kill us small, small.
Mm.
There are a lot of babies here, a lot of Cameroonian babies. There are a lot of Cameroonian, Abricos, Sudanese, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Congo, Burkina Faso, all the nationality, small African like this, with no
Mm.
document, no passport, no birth certificate, no nationality. A kid, of course, not going to school, no education, nothing, nothing, like nothing at all. It's like we are living in the past.
Mm.
So I don't know,
Yeah.
really.
Mm.
I don't know if I have answered your question, but
Yeah, no,
it's
and I think I saw that you have an organization there in Lebanon. And you know, So tell us also, since it seems like things are moving very slow, African governments are slow to take action. What are some of the things that you and other women are doing through your organization or through other organizations to take care of each other and to be able to help yourselves?
Yes, this is our proud and our happiness and the good part of being African.
Hmm.
The way that our mom put in our blood to be together.
Yes.
This this is the part that wherever you are, Africa will not go out of your body.
Hmm.
Because through this small organization, we have created a big community. We have created a strong bonds. This is our little paradise.
Mm.
It makes us to believe that even if we are abandoned by our government, we don't have to abandon ourselves, our people.
Absolutely.
So during the war, we try our best to don't let even one African on the road. So every day, it was no easy at all. The war is something that no one deserves to live in the country that have war. You sleep, you don't know that you will wake up tomorrow.
Mm.
But we were going far away through the bombing, escaping.
Mhm.
So every day we were picking our sister, finding someone in that have house that can give you a little bit of space in the house. Because we are non-registered NGO. They don't allow us to register.
Mm.
They don't allow us to have any group. They don't allow us to be together. So what we do is, if I have a little place in my house, I take you, I put you somewhere. If you are from Sierra Leone, I call Sierra Leone leader. She will put you in the shelter of Sierra Leone. If you are Sudanese, I call the Sudanese, but I don't let you on the street.
Mm.
I take you first. If you are from Bangladesh, if you are from Sri Lanka, I try to relocate you with your community. If you are from Abricos, I bring you in Abricos shelter. So this is how we manage during the war, and this is how we create a strong community in Lebanon. This is how we are helping each other almost every day. We start by collecting little stuff, pillows, blanket, kilo of rice, spaghetti, and we were distributing little bit like this. And now we do awareness. We talk to the migrant about what is their right, what they have to know when they are in Lebanon, how they can do to manage their life when they are in Lebanon. We do awareness to say to the migrant that, to say to African that, please, as you can, don't allow your baby to come in Lebanon. Don't allow your girl to come in Lebanon. Even
Mm.
boy, don't allow them. Because this is what will happen. This is what will happen. This is what will happen. We in REMAN organize. Now we are doing choral. We are singing on Sunday. We are doing legal assistance. So we have a lawyer that is taking the need of the migrant, but we still need a lot, a lot. We don't have a physical place to meet because
Mm.
We don't have a lot of funding to have a physical place. So today we will be here. After 2 days, they will throw us out. Tomorrow we will be somewhere else. After a few days, they will throw us out. So we don't have money to pay the rent of proper place and huge amount. We don't have someone to cover us to say yes, to protect all this. But we organize football, as you can see on our page. We organize footballs on Sunday. We are doing sewing class, and we also some we do also mental health support, because after the war and all the struggle of Lebanon, no, we really need this kind of speaking, support, discussion to try to reconnect each other. So this is little bit how we do, and we cover almost everything that migrant or African will need. We also have a lot of different projects that we will do, we are planning to do, but we cover everything, because when migrants are thrown on the street, because like now, if I go out, they will be throwing girl on the street. When they take your passport, then when they make you work until 5 years, 6 years, they don't want to pay your salary, they will throw you out. They will throw you on the road. So when they throw girls on the road like this, me, I will not see my sister and let her on the road, because sometimes they will say, if you pick her, this will happen, this will happen. Me, I really don't care. In the moment that she's my sister, she's African, I will not let her suffer on the cold like now. Sometimes with no shoes, no clothes, they will just put you in the car and throw you somewhere. They put you in the car and say, let go, yalla. I will bring you to the airport. Somewhere she will open the car and go.
Mm.
So we will not let our sister like this. This is how we are doing every day to bring change in the life of our sister in Lebanon. But alone, we cannot.
Mm.
Alone, we will try, but we will not reach good result. Of course, we are having something now as result, but it's small. We are expecting more than this. We really
Mm.
want people to be aware of what we are going through. We really want people to put their hand in our story, to put their leg in our shoes, to feel what we are feeling. We are mothers, we are children, we are sister, we are brother, we are African, and we want to live as everybody. We will not stop until everybody will be aware of what we are going through. All this covered by the Kafala system, as they usually say it. I want everybody to be aware of Kafala system that is applied freely in Lebanon, who is a modern day slavery, who is applying by confiscation of passport, who is the system that is giving right to Lebanese to rape women freely, with
Mm.
no shame, with no prosecution. This system kill African, using us, making us being less than human being. And everybody are aware of it. We are now fighting for freedom by keeping people in prison, in the house. How can we be asking for freedom just close to another country here? By making people in the country being prisoner. How? Really, we are in 2025 and things have to change.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And what are some things that other people can do? How can people support your cause? How can people donate? Who what are just some things that people can do to help push for this change to happen or to help support the women in Lebanon? How can we contribute, to the fight and join with you guys in the fight for change to happen?
The first thing, the first thing I will ask, we will be asking is to everybody around the world to ask Lebanese to abolish the kafala system.
Mhm.
Not just to abolish kafala system, but to hold all Lebanese accountable of this criminal system that is applied in their country. Because even the judge, even the lawyer, even the ministry, whoever in this country talking about kafala system, who is Lebanese, and also some foreigner,
Mhm.
have maid in their house, have domestic worker in their house, that they keep their passport. Even them, leader of NGOs, they
Mhm.
have migrant worker in their house that they keep their passport with them. So if people want to support us, whoever want to support us, please ask to Lebanese to abolish kafala system. Talk about what we are going through. Mention the way that even if people are saying slavery is finished, no, it's not finished. It's still existing in Lebanon. It's still applying in Lebanon. There are people in Lebanon who never go out, never. They work for 10 years. They never go out. I personally, I work in the house that when I was going in the other house with my madam, she was locking me in the car, in the parking. She go and buy everything with no climatisation in the car. I will be locked in it until she come back. She put the stuff in the car with someone and drive again and bring me in another house. This is normal in Lebanon, this kind of treatment. People can support us by making donation on the link that we have on the REMAN page for us to continue our little activity that we are doing.
Mhm.
People can be sharing our story because what we want more than everything is to free our passport, because by releasing our passport is to give us freedom, to give us the right, the freedom to be traveling wherever we want, to go wherever we want, to live and share our story. We also want people to think about the future of children of migrants in Lebanon. If we are two, if we are 25,000 of migrants, we will be more than 500 of kids, maybe more than that, with no document, with no scholarization. Please,
Mhm.
I'm really begging to put us in your mind, put us in your prayer, put us in your awareness. We are part of the humanity and we deserve to live a normal life.
Yeah, no, yeah, this is a really um touching, and it's a difficult situation. As I said, I first learned about it during the bombing of Lebanon. When Israel was bombing Lebanon, that was the first time I heard about the kafala system. And then I saw your story on Instagram, and To hear it from you directly uh, has really made me to understand how troubling and how difficult it is, and it really is slavery, really is modern day slavery, and I hope that with this interview, I can spread the word. I would definitely be doing all that I can do to support, to donate, and to make more people aware, so that we can support the struggles of women in Lebanon. And it's just a really different, because you're right. Nobody's really talking about it. I don't. It's not something that um, I had ever really heard about before. So I want to thank you for speaking with me today, and I'll definitely make sure that we stay in touch in any ways that in which we can continue to support and bring awareness and publicize the things that are happening. We will continue to do so. Um, to make sure that things change, because like you said, it's 2025 and there's no reason why these things should still be happening, you know. And especially as you said, the change needs to start in our home countries. The change needs to start with countries like Cameroon and other countries that need to make
Definitely.
better. Yeah, they need to make it better and easier for our people to be able to stay home and not have to leave and find themselves in these kinds of situations. And when they do, we need to be active about finding a solution and actually making sure that Cameroonians are coming home when they're in danger. So yeah, we would definitely be staying in touch. We'll definitely be raising awareness about it. Um, any way that we can continue to support, please do not hesitate to reach out and let me know. Um, it's a very difficult situation. I can't even begin to imagine what you all are dealing with.
It's really difficult, too much difficult. Even
Yeah,
to help is not easy. Even to
yeah,
bring help, you have something to give, you will be facing problem with the taxi driver,
mm,
or they will beat you in the car, in the taxi, or
mm,
they will charge you 10 times the price that you were supposed to pay. Whether you take place to do the activity, you will face racism because I'm the founder of the organization.
mm,
They don't believe, Yani. They don't believe that African can do something. So when we do activities, African by African with African, they don't believe. So people will be finding the way to throw us out. Of course, they will throw us out. Every time you will be restarting. Every time. That's why we really need the help of journalists. We need the help of international community. Because
mm,
by fighting alone, we cannot. Every little action is a fight. Everything. We go to play football, we have money to pay for the plate of football, but they will not accept that we are making noise. You come to play football, they say you have to come 10 people. Who play
mm.
football at 10 people with 10 people? When we play, they say we shout. How do you play football without shouting? So just to let you know that we need help on all aspects. But we still have our African blood. We still have our African mood in us that don't allow us to let our sisters alone. We will still doing it, but we are waiting for other people who want to join us to bring freedom of African in Lebanon.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you very much for sharing your story. It really has opened up a lot of opened up my eyes, and I hope will open up the eyes of other people as well when we share the story. And so we'll make sure that as we're sharing the story, we'll tag your Instagram and your organization's Instagram so that people can go and donate in the link, um, and find ways to continue to support the work that you are doing. Any last words that you would like to say to anybody that is watching or listening or is going to be reading this interview?
So I I really I really want to say thank you.
Mm,
Thanks to people that will watch this interview. Thank you to you because I was not expecting like Cameroonian journalists will be talking about what we are going through because usually we will be talking about certain issue, not focusing on this one.
mm,
So thanks for that. I really don't know what to say. May God bless you all. If you are living something amazing, do it. Think about us. Think about states. We are suffering too much. I'm not crying for me. I'm crying for my sisters.
mm,
I know people will be caring. I know people don't have strong heart as Lebanese.
mm.
I know someone out there will listen and put the hand and make things change. And if you're happy, be happy for us also, because sometimes we will be crying all the day without smile. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.